And welcome back to NARL. We are here at the Grand Finals. We got FaithX versus Strawberry Milk coming up. They're in the lobby. We're about ready to go. How we feeling, Incog?
Feeling good. We almost had a mishap, but we got it figured out. I'm excited to see who's going to take this first ever tournament. Is it going to be Strawberry Milk or is it going to be Faith X?
Yeah, like if FaithX takes this, that's a big kind of like win under their belt to the start of this this league we're starting. Like they would be the winners of our first ever tournament, coming out of the blue, coming out of nowhere. So that'd be amazing for them. If Strawberry Milks takes it, like we've known those guys for forever, it'd be like and like you said, I don't know if they've won, like actually ever won a championship. So that would be big for them as well. So it's like either way, we got either one of these teams I think will be well deserving of this championship. And I'm excited to get into this, Incog. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Strawberry Milk, they've got their work cut out for them. This Faith X team was coming out hot. And also, they just reverse swept somebody. So going up by 2 games, if you're Strawberry, you cannot take these guys lightly. You cannot take your foot off the gas because they just showed what they're capable of, and that's a reverse sweep. So yeah, Ginger, I'm ready to get on in it.
All
You
right,
are.
let's head on over to the field and let's give them the go ahead. All right, we got the grand finals of our Icebreaker Invitational. We got the Dark Horse FaithX versus the OG Strawberry Milk. Game number 1 is underway. As a reminder, this is a best of 5. We're not doing 7, so whoever takes the first 3 games, or the first 3 out of 5 games, will be our champions. We got a demo coming out quick.
Excited. This is the first time Faith X and Strawberry Milk have encountered each other, so I don't know what to expect. We saw both teams doing those infield passing plays, and Kershey trying to get a quick shot on net, and Chaos far down and out. Oh no!
And
that could have been a quick strike from Strawberry.
Absolutely, and it's interesting because sometimes you see a team play one team and they seem so fast, but then they'll play another team and the other team does not seem like they are playing that fast, but they keep up with them. It's like it's sometimes it just comes down to positioning. And right now, Strawberry Milk's playing great. FaithX playing great. I like the pass plays coming from Strawberry Milk, trying to keep FaithX off their toes. But here comes AJRJ. A beautiful clear, though, by Organized. Get a touch there. That was critical. Get a bump by Steve the Taco. Debbie and Steve, a little bit of collision there. Oh, a pinch in Strawberry Milk's favor. No, it is off, but here comes Nyx. Nyx flicks, top right, the dunk. It's a flip reset, and Organized Chaos comes streaking in to give Strawberry Milk the 1-goal lead.
A great flick by Nyx, and another post bounce. Strawberry's been getting a bunch of those, but this time Chaos is there to clean it up.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be a great series. You already know. Nyx, though, with a huge kickoff win there. And oh, I thought Kershey slotted that, but no. On the sidewall, AJRJ, Steve the Taco. This one's off the back wall. Nyx trying to corral it, trying to get over to teammate. Here comes Steve the Taco, though. And Organized versus Steve the Taco on the sidewall. This one pinched over to Nyx. Nyx is going to have a little bit of time on this ball. We'll see what happens. Nice little flick past one. Here comes Debbie. Organized, though. Oh, no, he cut off Kershey. But, all right, so this one's going to go back to FaithX, and they're going to have some time on this ball to corral it. A little fake by AJRJ. A little air dribble action. Kershey says no, but FaithX says yes, and it's the man of the hour, Steve the Taco.
And this all started from AJRJ with that beautiful control. Kershey he thought he was going to get a 50. AJ just ran out of boost and ends up being a not a great clear. And Steve just able to bounce on that, tying this one up.
Yep, we'll see if Strawberry Milk has a response. Oh, that's dangerous. But Kershey able to corral it well. Oh, Chaos with an absolute clang over to Kershey. Kershey almost has the goal there, but FaithX stops it. Here comes AJRJ. Nick says no. Organize to Nyx in net. It rolls away, and now here's FaithX going the other way.
FaithX is still mounting this pressure. Nyx gets up to this one. AJ's got a touch out to Devi and a good cutoff by Steve. Nyx, I should say. And Kershey's gonna have this one off the sidewall with no boost. Steve the Taco's gonna come in, dunk him. Steve gets a nice double tap, and it's over AJ's head. He's got to retreat, and he's gonna take this one into safety. Devi comes in. Kershey's gonna try a midfield pass. This one's kind of behind Chaos though, and that's gonna stop the Strawberry Milk offensive pressure. And
What a
Steve
save by
almost
Kershey.
slots it in the near post.
And what a pass over to Organize. Organize deep into Nyx. Back over to Kershey. They put him in the Cyclone. What a pass play from Strawberry Milk.
That's a highlight reel right there. Chaos to Nyx, back to Kershey, and Kershey slots it top right, putting Strawberry up by 1.
Oh my gosh, what a game. 1 point lead for Strawberry. Both of these teams looking like they're playing out of their minds right now. Oh, but Devi wants it. Devi with an absolute heater on net. Turned away by Strawberry. FaithX should have a little bit of time on this ball to go for something. AJRJ going to try to fake a pass to Nyx. Nyx going to deny him. Kershey going to take his time, trying to get over to Nyx. Steve the Taco going to be here. Here comes Organized, trying to get another one on the ball. Devi coming out of nowhere. Devi is just hauling right now. Trying to get some pressure over on the Strawberry Milk side. AJRJ. Devi going to try to give him some room. Oh, the flip reset is denied by Organized. And Nyx doing the right thing there, trying to buy some time. But Steve the Taco finds net. I thought Kershey was going to have the save here, but he was just a little awkward with not a lot of boost. He doesn't quite get to it.
Oh, that is heartbreaking if you're Strawberry Milk. You're up by 1 with a minute left. Just got to keep the ball out of the net. And Steve the Taco finds an opening, a small window of opportunity, and that's going to get FaithX the tie. And here comes AJRJ.
The great patience by AJRJ to line up this flick and to flick it to the left where Nyx can't quite get in time. And we got a lead for FaithX in game number 1.
Yeah, what a turnaround in game number 1. It looked like it was all Strawberry. And then bang, bang. Now FaithX with a fake kickoff. It goes behind Steve. Steve's got to corral it. Tries to get this over to Devi. I thought they might be going for a team pinch, but he's going for a pinch off the wall instead. And here comes Kershey. Kershey takes the sky. He's got Nyx in the middle. Shut down by AJRJ.
That was a beautiful shutdown, and now the ball in a dangerous territory here. Kirsch, though, with the great defense. Nyx, maybe up to Kirsch. Kirsch, soft touch. Does he have a follow? He does, but it's off target. Organized, trying to put one top left. Can't quite get there. Nyx, trying to dunk Steve the Taco. Steve, pass 2. This is going to leave him open to a counterattack. Kershey. Organized at net. Kershey over to Nyx. Nyx has to dive at this. Can't quite get there. This might be over for Strawberry Milk. No, the defense is there. And the shot. Nyx pops. Organized is up. They got one more chance on this. Oh, but no, Organized can't quite corral that. And we got a 3-2 win for FaithX. They go up 1-0 in the series in this grand finals.
Yeah, and that's a heartbreaking game 1 loss, but Strawberry's going to have to regroup. Dr. Kershey with 600 points on the scoreline. Did all he could in that game 1, but it just wasn't enough. And, you know, AJRJ, I think, also really was flashing the mechanics in that game 1.
Absolutely. AJRJ was like the standout player for FaithX, I feel like, in this game. And he made the difference. I thought Strawberry Milk looked very strong at first, but then AJRJ just started picking them apart. I think if they can, though, if Strawberry Milk can shut down AJRJ, I think they have a really good chance in the second.
Yeah, I mean, Strawberry's been they were the first series, so you know they might be a little cold. They're trying to get back in the rhythm of the rotations and stuff because it looked like there was a little bit, you know, miscommunication happening on a few of those plays that kind of led into some pressure that ended up becoming goals. So let's see, let's see what they bring out in game 2.
Absolutely. And here it is in game 2. Strawberry Milk versus FaithX in the finals. Let's see what happens. Organized. AJRJ. No, AJRJ. He's got a lot of time. Oh, turned away. Steve the Taco. Devi to AJRJ. AJRJ just absolutely there, everywhere on the field. Hitting slots, just putting so much pressure on this Strawberry Milk team.
Yeah, he is just turning it to another level. I thought he turned it up in the series against Bang, but he's going even harder in this series against Strawberry.
He was only in gear 4. Now he's in gear 5.
Hopefully he doesn't get to gear 6 for Strawberry's sake.
Exactly. Here comes Steve the Taco. AJRJ denied, but he can still probably get a touch there. Oh, beautiful clear by Dr. Hershey. Steve the Debbie. Going to take it to the wall. Sorry, take it off the wall. Nyx going to try to deny. Steve the Taco. Back wall over to Chaos. Chaos, beautiful clear. Got 0-0. These teams look like they're kind of like refilling each other out. Oh, Hershey! Oh, oh no! I don't know how that fall doesn't go in, but here comes AJRJ on the counterattack over to Debbie at net.
And that has been the story so far of this series for Strawberry. It's just post bounce after post bounce. Nothing able to fall. Like, if they can straighten out some of these shots, they're going to be able to take some games. But so far, it's been all post.
It's been all post. Well, there is a miss, though. Nyx going to have Steve the Taco kind of help him out there. But Debbie getting it off the goal line. But here comes Nyx. Nyx in for more. Organized. Back to Nyx. Nyx puts it left, and Strawberry Milk takes another lead in a game.
Oh, great pressure coming out of Strawberry Milk. Chaos up so quick to this. It goes off to Steve the Taco, and look at the placement coming out of Nyx. He had to hit that bottom left, or otherwise that was going to be saved.
And here we go. Strawberry Milk up by 1. 3 minutes on the clock. What does FaithX have in response? Debbie getting bumped. Organized chasing Debbie downfield. Debbie taking that pass off his teammate. AJ trying to find something. That's back over to AJ. What a save by Hershey. And Nyx on the sidewall. Shot on net. Organized says no. Oh no, Debbie! Debbie kind of ball chased there.
Is Steve going to be able to catch it? No, he's not. Luckily, that's going to go into the corner, but Steve's trying to get this back into the middle, and it's cut off, and now it's a counterattack coming. FaithX, and Chaos is going to get this one over. Now, Dr. Hershey on the ball. Can he get there in time? No, Debbie is going to cut it off, and this one's going to be cut off into safety. Debbie just playing his time and letting Steve be the lead blocker. And this one's going to go into the Strawberry corner. Hershey's there to take it on. And here comes Steve the Taco. From the ceiling is not going to be much more as Chaos is going to be able to corral it. But here comes Debbie off the sidewall to himself. Steve's going to challenge that one. Hershey comes in quickly and he somehow gets over him. But it'll be fine. Steve's going to take this into the corner, collect his corner boost, and put this ball into safety for the moment.
I am like mesmerized by the pressure on both these teams right now.
It's
AJRJ.
just back and forth. Back and forth.
Oh, but I think FaithX. No! Dr. Hershey, another save. The infield pass from Nyx. Nyx trying to get this over to Organized. Organized really needs that boost. Nyx. Try to clear this, buy his teammates some time. Looking for a demo. Steve the Taco says, I want none of that. Organized. This one dunked over to Hershey. Hershey at net. Hershey going to leave it for Organized. Organized at net. This is a little bit dangerous for FaithX. Got a minute on the clock. Strawberry Milk holding on to their 1-goal lead. But here comes AJRJ. Gets denied by Organized. Nyx. Sidewall.
Strawberry's got to be careful, Ginger. This is what happened in game 1. They were up by 1 with less than a minute left. And here comes FaithX on the counter. And it's happening again.
Oh, AJ, RJ, and Steve the Taco. The beautiful play here. Steve over to AJ RJ. Steve making it so Organized can't take the line on that ball that he wants to. And 51 seconds, it's anyone's game.
Yeah, Organized just left in a 2v1 and near impossible situation to get out of. And FaithX capitalizes it. And Strawberry, I feel like they're going to need this game too. It's going to be really bad for the mental. Losing 2 games where you're up by 1, less than 1 minute left.
Absolutely. We'll see what happens. Steve the Taco hits it to the side. Beautiful touch there by Nix. Trying to get back down. Maybe look for a dunk. Oh, there's a shot on net. It's off. Steve the Taco corrals this one back mid. Oh, Nix wanted to go for that sooner, but he played it smart because there could have been a counterattack there. We might have OT. Backflip. Nix. Save. FaithX looking for some demos. There's a bump. Nix has some boost. And FaithX going to gladly let this one drop as we go into overtime.
Our first overtime in the grand finals. It's a fake kickoff, and this one's going to be out to Steve the Taco. Steve trying to put it back into AJ RJ with a miss. You can see some fakes coming out of FaithX. Strawberry's going to have to worry about that for the rest of the series, as they've done that a few times in this tournament.
Absolutely.
Strawberry mounts some pressure from that fake kickoff. No, AJ RJ, this one could be in, and Steve's got a good touch out. What a save coming out of Steve. That was dangerous.
Nix with the beautiful save there. Hershey putting the pressure on. This one over to Chaos. It's off the back wall and a beautiful clear by Steve. Here comes Hershey as he goes solo. Puts it down. Puts it down again. This one's awkward for FaithX. Steve the Taco. Oh, Devi. A little bit of a double commit there. And Nix. This one over to the side. Hershey gonna go solo. Hershey. Pass 2. Kind of pinches it off to the side. This one.
Yeah. Hershey trying to get this one back in the middle. It's going to be turned away, but it's a double commit, a bad touch, and Debbie's there to get this one into safety. That could have been dangerous as Chaos is lurking in the mid. Oh, that's a pinch, and it's going to be into the corner. FaithX is lucky that didn't go into their net. Another one coming down into the middle. Nix is there for a shot, turned away again, and here comes the Strawberry pressure in this overtime.
Yep, Strawberry pressure. Here comes shot on net. Debbie going to corral. AJ RJ trying to deny. Hershey trying to stay on this ball. Can't find it. Strawberry, little pass play mid. Trying to keep the defense off balance. Little pinch. Debbie going to cut that off. Little corral by Hershey. And the shot from Nix. And it's Strawberry Milk taking game number 2.
It felt like it was all Strawberry in this overtime, and they were just pressuring, and finally they get a goal to take this overtime in game 2 and tie up the series.
Honestly, like, what a game from both these teams. Like it was so back and forth, and FaithX was playing like, you're right, Strawberry Milk had the pressure in that overtime, but FaithX was playing scrappy. They were playing defensive, and they were not letting a ball get by, but eventually one just sneaks through. And we are going into a game 3 off that. Series tied 1-1. What a series.
Yeah, that was a great game and a great bounce back from Strawberry. Like I said, going down. If they would have went down 2-0 in the series and both those coming to a game-tying goal in the last minute, which would end up being a loss, that would have been heartbreaking for them. So I'm glad to see that they got back into it. You know, took this game 2. Take the series, put the series back in a tie game, and Nix had 600 points, 2 goals on 6 shots, and AJ RJ is still hot, 551 points, 1 goal, 5 shots. I mean, he had 5 shots and 6 shots coming out of AJ RJ and Nix respectively. Well, let's see what happens here in game 3.
As we hit the field, these teams are ripping and raring to go. Here we go on kickoff. Organized versus Debbie. This one going to get kicked off the side. Hershey I'll leave that one over to Nix. Nick's going to take his time. Devi. We'll corral that one back. AJRJ, quick shot on net. Oh, and he gets the friendly roll off the crossbar. What placement from AJRJ.
Yeah, this ball just goes into the midfield, and AJRJ just slaps it. Top bends off the crossbar, and both Nix and Kershey can't get the save, and that's a nice early goal for FaithX.
And here comes Organized to the sidewall. To make that awkward for Steve the Taco, but Steve playing that so well. Chaos, though, trips him up. Critical play on defense from Chaos. Chaos, that's a shot on net. This one going to be pushed off to the side. Nick's going to be awkward here. Oh, I thought FaithX was about to get another goal there.
I think Nick's missing that. Actually faked the AJRJ. He thought he was going to try to play his touch.
I think you're right.
Ended up being a calculated fake, and Strawberry will definitely take that.
FaithX is looking really good at the start of this game, number 3. They are putting a lot of pressure on. They're playing very well right now.
They're just playing containment, not letting Strawberry out of their half. Not really putting a whole lot of pressure on right now as they're up by 1. They don't need a goal. But here comes Strawberry. Kershey trying to get a dunk in. Chaos with a follow-up shot. This one is going to be turned away from Steve. The Taco, but I thought there'd be another Strawberry player back. There's going to be 2 Strawberry players going to third. Nix is bouncing around in net, and he somehow gets the save.
Did Nix actually get a save on that? Did that count?
He got a save. He got a save points for that.
Steve playing 5D chess right now. And also, for those who don't know, Nix is also Steve. There's Steves on both teams.
Yes. I need to start using Nix as in-game name. He changed it on me, so.
You're going to make Steve the Taco feel like we talked about him a lot more when he watches this back. Like, wait, no, I didn't get a save there.
That is good clarification.
And we got AJRJ. I thought he was going to do something nutty there. Nix, fast break, trying to get this one ahead. He can't quite find it. Comes back for another one. The placement! Nix redeems himself again.
And yeah, Nix just hits this one top corner. This is not a great touch coming out of Devi. He was trying to not hit the ceiling there. Nix, not Steve, was all over it. And yeah, that's a great tying goal for Strawberry.
Yeah, honestly, what a play from Oh, but here comes Devi. Oh, I thought Devi had that one under wraps. AJRJ, gonna take to the sky. AJRJ, can he get back to this? He can't. Organized with an absolute bomb of a clear. Oh, we got 2 Strawberry Milk players, though, up for it. This one, out middle. Here comes Nix. Can he slot it again? No, he goes off crossbar.
Nix almost got himself a second one in the game. Just a little bit too high on that shot, and Chaos is going to send this one over Steve the Taco's head. Kershey tracks him down, and this one's going back into Chaos. Chaos goes over to Nix, and Nix is going to put it high again.
Kershey going to be
in
trouble
careful
here. Nix makes the save.
Wow, way to get back from Nix. Kershey got dunked as last man. Nix just ends up bailing him out. And that would have been a 2-1 lead from Faith, but Nix shuts it down.
Here comes Nix on the fast break. Looking to try to play mind games. Can't quite get the fake, but here comes Kershey with the dunk. Over to Nix. Pass down to Organized. Denied by FaithX. What a great defensive play from FaithX.
Great offensive play coming out of Strawberry, and just better defense from FaithX. They've seen that infield pass coming, and we're able to shut it down.
Kershey going to take this one on the sidewall. Going to go solo. This one out mid. Oh, Steve the Taco. These touches he's getting are nutty. But Nix going. I thought he was doing something crazy there. And here comes Devi with the counterattack. Organized. Needs to grab that boost. Can't quite find it. This is going to be awkward for Strawberry. The shot is off.
Yeah, that was a really close shot coming out. You can see FaithX is starting to turn up the demos at the goal line, and lucky for Strawberry, they weren't able to convert. But now it's going to be Strawberry on the FaithX side. Organize going to keep this in. Keep the pressure mounting, and Steve's going to take this one in the corner. This ball is just sitting in the corner for the last couple of seconds here. And Debbie's going to turn it out. But it's going to be right back in the corner from Chaos. Will it leave the corner?
Beautiful dunk, and Kershey puts one through. Organized to Kershey. FaithX was looking so good on the defensive end, but they finally cracked.
Yeah, what a great 50 coming from Chaos, and then Kershey with an excellent shot, making sure not to hit the crossbar as it's been plaguing him this series in the grand finals. Kershey puts Strawberry up with only 13 seconds left, and this could be another one, and Chaos is going to get the insurance goal, and it might be game 3.
How does Chaos get this shot off? Oh, I don't know how we got that angle, but bottom left, the insurance goal, like you said, 2-goal lead for Strawberry, but do not count FaithX out just yet.
We cannot count FaithX out after that reverse sweep in the last series. But this one, I think, is all but over.
FaithX.
The time has run out, and Strawberry Milk is gonna take game 3.
Game 3 going to Strawberry Milk. What a game, dude. I am loving this. I am having a great time, people. I know it's not about me, but I'm having a great time.
I mean, Nyx definitely, he was MVP on the score line. He was actually just the MVP in general. He bailed out Strawberry multiple times. He had 1 goal on 3 shots. He almost had 2 goals on 3 shots. If he would have placed that just a little bit lower on the crossbar, I just think he was just all over the place. And also, look at Organized Chaos right there with him in points. And yeah, I mean, that was a great game coming out of Strawberry Milk. I feel like they were just dominating the pressure.
Absolutely, especially in the second half of that game, that it just looked like FaithX could not get out of their own half for more than just like a quick clear, and the pass plays, the placement, and it was peak. That is peak Strawberry Milk right there.
You can tell Strawberry is starting to turn up some of the speed as well. Like, you know, AJRJ early in the series, like he was getting some space, time, and boost on the ball, and being able to go for some solo plays, and I haven't seen that in the last game or 2.
No, absolutely. It's like, I think that's been the real difference in this series. And since that game 1 is AJRJ hasn't had time on the ball. But we'll see. Yeah, it's like they're denying AJRJ's solo plays. It seems to be the strategy here. And right now it's been working.
And this is match point for Strawberry Milk, Ginger. This is, if Strawberry wins this, they win the Icebreaker Invitational.
They do, but FaithX gets a quick goal in game number 4.
Yeah, this one's just unfortunate. Kershey's trying to clear this over the side, and Steve the Taco just stops, gets the dunk over the top of him, and then it's followed up by AJRJ. And it's going to be an early game 1, or early 1-goal lead, but here comes Steve! I mean, Nyx!
Other Steve scores! Off Steve! That's Steve on Steve!
A kickoff goal, and Strawberry loves to see that.
Yep, that erases. This is now essentially a 0-0 game again. But Steve the Taco.
We gotta watch these kickoffs.
Yeah, these kickoffs, both teams have been kind of like getting the other team in very awkward situations. A beautiful clear though from Steve the Taco.
That was a crazy save. I think it was coming out of Debbie. He had to dodge the bump and also get the save. That could have been disastrous for FaithX, but great save. Oh! And HARJ finds himself a goal.
Just a beautiful play here. Debbie putting the pressure on, and AJRJ waiting for his time, waiting for his opportunity, and puts that one to the right, through into net.
Man, that goal happened. It seemed like that goal happened so fast. It was just bam, bam, and then it was in the Strawberry Milk net.
Here comes FaithX
one.
again, the counter attack.
And this one's coming off of kickoff, and AJRJ just hits this off of the ceiling, and Steve the Taco's so quick to get there, and Chaos did not see him at all, I don't think.
Here we go. Kickoff. Nix versus Devi. Do we have another kickoff goal on our hands? Got Nix.
Might be, but it
taking
looks
his
like we
time.
might have stabilized.
Here comes Faith X. Devi, sidewall. Devi, back wall. Does he have a teammate? Nix denies it. Here comes Chaos. Chaos going to opt for the clear. Chaos going to opt for the shot, but Devi, beautiful save.
Great shot coming from Chaos. A better save from Devi, though. It's great positioning on the backboard, and AJRJ gets this over one. Kershey there to follow. This one's off the backboard. Steve's gonna miss. Kershey with a shot, and Devi another save. I don't know how many saves that is for him this game, but he seems to be the savior this game for FaithX.
Yep, that was a beautiful shot by Kershey. He put that exactly where you want to put that shot in that scenario, but just a better save on the defensive half. But here comes the pass play. Steve the Taco, though, going to counterattack. Organized. Gonna wait it out. Gonna look for a bump. Kershey going to corner. Ball stuck on the blue half, but Strawberry Milk not able to find a crack in the defense yet. There is some demos, but here comes Steve the Taco. Steve the Taco. Over to Nix.
Not so much.
Oh, what a
Needed.
flip by Nix. He got pushed upside down on the ceiling, but flicks it away. So beautiful. Oh, Devi almost placed that. AJRJ, back wall. AJRJ, time on ball. AJRJ almost getting the bump. Devi, though, taking control. Oh, got erasure. One of the Strawberry Milk players there. Got a transition play from Strawberry. AJRJ, want to get bumped. Beautiful control here from Organized. Going to get demoed, though. Devi. Going to get dunked by Nix. Shot on net. Denied by AJRJ. Nice touch there by Kershey. Kershey looking for a bump. Can't find it. This one. Sidewall. Here comes Chaos.
There's a minute and a half left. Ginger Strawberry's going to need to get one quick. I mean, they're down by two. Kershey's going to 50 this one out to the mid. Chaos trying to take a shot on net. It's just a bit wide, but Nix is going to be able to keep the ball in. Steve the Taco needs to play this smartly. He does. It's going off to the side, and Kershey trying to keep the pressure on. This one's going to be 50 straight into AJRJ. He's got a 50, and this one's going to pop in the midfield. Devi might be a pass down to Steve, and this one's dangerous 50 into the midfield, but Nix is there to turn it away.
Exactly. Strawberry Milk does need a goal quick, but the defense for FaithX right now is holding strong. This one, want to go mid. Shot on. Shot is actually far right. Hirsch trying to get this pass play brewing. Here comes AJRJ, denied by Organized. Got 26 seconds on the clock. They really need to score with at least 10 seconds on the clock to have a hope coming back in this game 4.
That's such a smart touch by Devi. He just throws that down in the corner as far into the Strawberry Milk half and wastes so much time with that touch. And here comes Devi for a shot on with a dagger, and he just doesn't miss, doesn't make contact, I mean. But it's not going to matter as FaithX is going to take game 4, and we're going to get a Grand Finals game 5, Ginger?
Grand Finals game 5, the first ever. We've had the first game 5 and now the first finals game 5. This is, dude, I am on the edge of my seat. My voice is dying. My jaw is hurting from talking so much. But let's head on over game number 5. I'll save that replay and get this started.
Yeah, and AJRJ, 617 points that game. The next person even near him is Steve the Taco with 334. Yes, the finals are a best of 5. That is correct. That is correct. I think in the future we'll probably do longer best ofs for the finals, but for this one we're just keeping it simple since it is the first tournament. Just doing a simple best of 5 single elim.
All right.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't like, what did you see in game 4 and what do you think needs to happen here in game 5, Ginger?
Honestly, I just saw some great defense from FaithX, and they're able to hold down the fort, and then they found these like little just like outlets and then immediately capitalized on it. It was just they did not crack under the pressure. And I think that was the main thing I saw.
Here we go. Game 5 of the Icebreaker Invitational Grand Finals. Winner takes all, Ginger. They get the title. They get the eventual trophy once I make it. And all the glory. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it indeed. Game 5, Champions Field. This ball going to drop down. A absolute heater placed on net. Organized with the save. Hershey going to pass this back over to Organized. This one going to pop over to the side. Hershey going to try to continue it. This ball out mid. This is not good for FaithX. It's over to their half. Actually, no, Devi with great control. No, it goes down. This one, how does Hershey find the angle? Top left.
And this time the post is forgiving for Strawberry Milk. They've had so many post outs, but this one's going to be a bounce post in, and Strawberry Milk's going to take the lead in game 5.
What a shot by Hershey. That feels good going 1 goal up in game 5, but you got to keep this momentum. You cannot let FaithX immediately respond here. You have to get up at least another goal to feel any type of ability to go for riskier plays. Organized.
This one.
Sorry, back to Incom.
I mean, I completely agree. You got to keep your foot on the gas against this FaithX team. They're known to come back in games. They're known to come back in series. And there's a lot of time left in this game 1 as Organized. He's going to drop this one down to Hershey. This one's dangerously in the middle. AJRJ is going to have a double top opportunity. Misses it. Leaves it for Steve the Taco. Hershey comes out of nowhere with a save. What a save coming out of Hershey.
Critical from Hershey. But they're not out of the woodwork yet. AJRJ with a beautiful attempt at the solo. Denied by Hershey. Hershey on the back wall. Going to fake it. Organized saw an opportunity to throw the dagger, but it is denied.
Steve did Nix did such a good job as third man. He had to get that touch, and it had to be a good one. And this is still dangerous, and it's going to be cleared away. Hershey, low boost. Puts this one into the sidewall. Chaos able to follow. Hershey back to Nix. Nix with a shot on target. Defi turns it away. Here comes Nix. Steve the Taco is going to push this one down in the Strawberry half, but it's coming right back over to the FaithX side.
We got Nix. Pass over to Kirsch. Kirsch not able to get the best touch there. This one going to drop back down. Nix going to try to force one through. Denied by FaithX. FaithX. Oh, we got a rule 1 between Steve the Taco and Hershey. I don't know. I think Steve broke it, or it might have been Hershey. I don't know, but we continue playing.
It looked like one of them might have gotten demoed, as the demos are really starting to come out. There was like 4 or 5 demos all in a row. I think FaithX is really starting to turn on the heat, and that one's almost a goal, but turned away by 2 Strawberry Milk defenders, and Chaos is going to pre-flip this one over to Steve the Taco. This one's going to be backflip pass to Devi. Devi puts it on net, almost a little bit wide. Hershey gets a crucial touch over Devi. That could have been dangerous.
Yep, and as every second expires, you know that FaithX is going to have to go for like faster and faster pass plays, as we got a double commit. Confusion going to aid Strawberry Milk in getting this one out. We got a transition play now. Oh, the pre-flip from Organized isn't there. Strawberry Milk, though, a little low on boost, and here comes FaithX with the transition. Denied. Nix from this deep into FaithX's territory, though FaithX responds back with the pass play. It's over to Devi, but denied by Hershey. Hershey keeping his team with the lead. Kershey flicks it up mid. Nix trying to go off backboard. Steve the Taco gets a little jammed, but able to recover nicely. Steve the Taco denied. This one up. AJRJ, what a save by Nix. If Strawberry Milk can actually capitalize on here, they might take the game, but no, the floater is denied by FaithX.
Chaos just had no boost and couldn't get to it. It was a wide open net, but this one's still dangerous. And Strawberry might have one here as FaithX is trying to scramble on defense to get this one out of their half. And AJRJ does, he pokes it through, but he doesn't have any boost to follow. Steve also, no boost on the sidewall. Nix puts it over him. Here comes Debbie. Debbie trying to get a soft touch to himself. Chaos goes under one, gets another touch, and AJ is going to be able to turn this away. Kershey not the best of touches, as this one's going to be a counter attack. Debbie, sidewall, double, AJRJ to finish.
10 seconds on the clock, and FaithX responds. Anyone's game. Oh, so close to making the save. 10 seconds, tied game. Who's going to take the series?
This one's going to go to Debbie. He's got boost. He gets it off the sidewall himself. Not the best touch. He doesn't get the musty, and Kershey's going to put this one downfield. Nix and Kershey both commit. They're trying to get this one in the top left, and it's a Game 5 overtime, Ginger.
Game 5 overtime finals. Ball out to the side. Beautiful demo. Clear by Chaos. One deep into FaithX's territory. Demo attempt from Chaos. Kershey would have some time on the ball, denied by Steve. Oh, that's a double commit, but does it work out? It will work out for a second. Debbie, though, with an absolute monster clear. A miss by Strawberry. Organized, though, on the back line. Gonna go solo.
Great touch.
Flicking it past two. This one's back wall. That might be bad for FaithX. It's dropped down, but Steve corrals it. Now FaithX with the follow. It's over to the side. Who's going to win? Who's going to step up? It's AJRJ. No, it's denied.
This is so back and forth, and there's so many scary positions, and the defense is doing so good to
What a
stay in
shot
there.
by Chaos.
Here comes Steve. Nix turned away again, and Chaos is gonna go up against Debbie. Playing it back, Kershey with the shot on net. Steve the Taco comes off the back wall and booms this over to Debbie. Debbie trying to get this middle to AJRJ, and here we go. It's starting to really ramp up now as there's counterattack after counterattack. Chaos has to get the save. He does. He's gonna have a pinch, but it's a bad bounce for him. Debbie reads it. This is gonna be a one for Kershey. Steve the Taco trying to corral this ball on the sidewall.
Steve the Taco. Chaos saving it for Strawberry. The pressure is mounting. There's an open net. Can Chaos capitalize? He can't. Nix has to make a touch here. He does. But here comes Steve the Taco against Kershey. Kershey gets bumped. Nix saves it again. Trying to delay this, giving his teammates time to grab boost. It's infield. Nix chasing this ball. Steve on Steve. Kershey, though, able to finally snag boost. Kershey getting the dunk. Kershey going for the other dunk. Here comes Organized. It's dropped down and denied by AJRJ. This ball absolutely ripped into Strawberry Milk territory. Nix going to save it. This one passed up to Organized. Organized on the back wall. Denied by Steve the Taco. This one. Kershey trying to take time.
They gotta watch the demos.
Yep, gotta watch the
FaithX is
demos.
hunting them. They're going for air dribble bumps. They're going for first man going out. They're trying to get demos. And this one's gonna be into the corner. A good challenge coming out of Nix. He's gonna get a 50 out into the FaithX side. And that's a good touch by AJRJ, getting that out of the midfield.
Here comes Nix. This is awkward for FaithX. Kershey going to have a little time on the ball, trying to find where to put it. Organized and Nix, that's a double commit, but they get bailed out of it.
That could have been a crucial double commit coming out of Strawberry Milk, but nothing ended up materializing just yet. Kershey's got a free touch off the sidewall. Chaos is going to try to get it. It's going to bounce over Nix's head, but Kershey's able to get there.
Oh no, that's a bad touch by Kershey. Beautiful save though by Nix on the goal line. He's going to get a hand up for that as well. Here comes Kirsch. This one, back to Kirsch. Kirsch taking time, trying to get over to Nix, and it's in! Top left! Kershey to Nix! Strawberry Milk takes it in OT!
How fitting for another infield pass, and Nix with a top ends shot to take the game, to take the series, to take the Icebreaker Invitational. What a game, what a series. That was intense.
Oh my gosh. And like seeing that shot back, I thought he just put it top left, but no, it's like he skimmed it over two defenders to get the goal. That was so close to getting saved, but what a shot, what a pass. Strawberry Milk is your Icebreaker Invitational champions.
I think, Ginger, we have to get Nix in here to talk about that last series, that last game, and that last shot.
Absolutely. Let's get him on in here and let's talk to the boys. Thank you, FaithX. You were absolutely stellar in this series. I want you guys to go away with your heads held high. I've never seen a reverse sweep like they did in that game, in their first game. They're amazing players. AJRJ, especially a shout out to you. You're absolutely clutch. Strawberry Milk, though, taking it in the finals 2-1 in game 5. Oh my gosh. Let's go to that final result screen.
That was insane, Ginger.
Insane indeed.
That was like, you couldn't have asked for a better grand finals. A game 5 overtime. It's like it was scripted or something.
It was. I have it right here. Kershey to Steve with the game-winning shot. I need to crumple this up and
yeah,
thread it.
so I don't know. Okay. Wait, hold on. Maybe he figured it out. Okay, he figured it out. Here comes Steve. Hello, Steve. Hello. Or Nix. See, your Discord name is Steve. I was calling you Steve the whole time, but you were Nix in game. There was another Steve the Taco, on the other side. So you had me all confused.
My bad.
Well, hey, we wanted to bring you in. That was a crazy series. You wanted to walk your thought process through that game 5 and then that game-winning game 5 shot.
I'm not gonna lie, the boys were stressing. A lot. We felt like we were on our heels for most of that last game, but we had a few good counterattacks, a few clutch saves. This is honestly, my heart was pounding. This is the most I've been into a Rocket League game in months of years.
Dude,
yeah, it was
that last
Go ahead, Ginger.
goal. That last goal. How did that feel to see it just barely sneak by two defenders and finally drop?
Not gonna lie, I saw Kershey had the ball. I said mid, and I wasn't even looking at the net. I just hit it off the guard.
You just kind of blacked out.
And yeah, I just went in.
That's awesome, man.
You guys had a lot of posts and outs early in that series, and it seemed like as the series went on, you were able to get a few of those post ends. That's typical Strawberry Milk kind of curse. What were your thoughts going in that first game, and then being up by a goal, and then end up losing that first game, and then it almost happening in game 2, the same thing?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we were thinking the same thing early on there. Typical Strawberry Milk, posting out, never get any of the luck. But, I guess it just kind of, the luck started going our way, and, that first game or that second game there, we were up and lost, was tough, but I mean, kind of just looked past it.
Got the mental straight and ended up turning it up and straightening it out for the rest of the series. That was a lot of fun to watch. That definitely had me on my toes casting it. Ginger, do you have anything else?
I got two more things I just want to quickly ask Nick, Steve here is number one, if you go back and watch the VOD, you'll notice like every single time like you miss like a open net, like within 5 seconds you score. Like you had a few plays, I'm not sure if you remember these, where you're on a fast break, you have the net, but you don't quite hit it to the right far enough, and then you rotate back out, and then there's just this ball that gets popped up, and you hit a much. You had multiple times where you missed an easier shot and then just hit a absolute like beautiful aerial like top center, top bins, and it's just like I was just like, Nix, are you just going for clips? Were you just like, nah, I need to hit something better than this?
Honestly, man, I mean, you know us. We always miss open nets too. It's the easy shots that we always miss somehow. But there's one specifically I think you're referring to.
Yep.
I legit had no boost. I was like dressing out because I saw everyone coming back, and I just ended up missing it. But yeah, I just ended up getting boost and hitting a decent shot, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty standard. It's pretty standard. I hate hitting open nets.
Well,
the other thing that was crazy that we saw was that save that you had where you were just boosting around in the net. And
he got
somehow
stuck
you
on the
came
top
our way
right,
to
and he
save.
ends up being there.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was complete luck. I like messed up. I think I like went off the post by accident and like just bounced off the floor and just started boosting up. I don't know. It was I have no idea what happened. I was honestly gonna go back into the VOD and see what that even looked like, because it was like complete accident. Honestly, I kind of feel bad.
Yeah,
crazy.
I want to watch that one back. How did you feel? I forget which one it was, but it was Kershey hit something. I don't know if it was game 3 or game 4, or if you guys even won the game. But it's the one where Kershey hits it top left, and it like just like curves around the post and in. Was that kind of the moment where you're like, oh yeah, we got this, like fate's on our side at this point?
I mean, honestly, 100%. I honestly thought Kershey was gonna miss that. No, I'm kidding. But like, kind of a little bit. Just not like beforehand, but like with the shot, I actually thought it was like just gonna go post out, because that's what was happening to us all night. But I was telling the boys when that happened, I was like, that from my perspective, I was so far away from the play, it looked like it was like slow motion going in. It was super weird, but you know, got a good bounce. It was a nice little pinch shot.
Absolutely.
Top corner.
Well, I'm glad that you guys were finally able to win a grand finals. It's been I don't know how many years, but you just needed some time off, I guess.
Yep. Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
I really hope. Does this mean we might see Strawberry Milk when this league gets spun up?
100%.
Strawberry Milk
100%.
is back for real.
Thursday night is for Rocket League.
Let's
You heard it
go.
here first. All right. Well, I guess that's going to be it. Congratulations again, Nick, Steve, on your grand finals win, and and celebrate with the boys. And we'll get those titles to you shortly. And Ginger, you could bring up the bracket screen again to show off the Strawberry Milk champions. I believe it should be good.
Strawberry Milk
Sweet boys.
with the W.
I'll see y'all later.
Later,
Awesome.
Steve.
Have a great
Nix.
night, Steve. Nix. Well,
So there's the bracket.
Keep
Now-
going. Back to you.
Those fours really should be threes. That's something we will fix. I think it thought it was a best of 7, but Faith X was 3-2 over Bang Esports. Strawberry Milk 3-1 over Lunar Flame, and then a game 5 Strawberry Milk 3-2 to take it. Great job, honestly. Like what I mean, I can't believe this this tournament. Like the competition was really good.
Yeah, honestly, all these teams were very similar skill levels. I think we got 4 teams that are really going to have to battle it out in the regular season when we get our first league up and running. And Incog, special thanks to you. Going to shout you out for a second. Incog was the one who helped create all the nice graphics, all the nice API connections to keep all the boost meters tracking, and so everyone shout out Incog, and I'm ready to call it a night if you're down. I feel like we have to play that opening video one more time as our fade out video. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right, everyone, have a great night. Thursday night Rocket League